This is Tianyu in Shenzhen, China.
And I'm Michael in London.
This is Future Mode.
Here we are in Shenzhen, riding in a fully autonomous robotaxi. No driver, just technology in action.
AI is the driver here. The camera scans the road like extra eyes on every side, but there's also something called LiDAR, which uses pulses of light to build a 3D map of the environment. The car's digital brain interprets everything, reacting in real time.
This is rush hour, but it acts like a well-experienced driver.
In China, Pony AI and Baidu's Apollo are some of the major players. Each of them operates over 1,000 robotaxis on public roads.
These robotaxi services are not only changing commuting patterns, but also improving efficiency and safety in urban areas.
So Tianyu is riding around Shenzhen like a boss. But what about Europe? Could driverless cars work here? I'm hitting the streets of London, asking people if they would take a taxi without a driver.
I mean, yeah, it'd be quite fun to have self-driving cars in London, definitely.
Cars coming out of China are exceptional with the technology that's built into them and incredibly affordable.
I think it might take a little bit longer for us to get used to the concept.
It's always nice chatting to the good people of London, but I don't just want to talk about this stuff. I want to experience it. So, I'm heading to Shanghai. I've jumped in a Pony AI robotaxi, and to be honest, it's kind of spooky. There's no one in front of me. It's like we're being driven by a ghost. But here we are. This is the future. Pony AI is aiming to offer robotaxi services in European cities. But some analysts say that's not as simple as it sounds.
The Chinese autonomous driving companies need to retrain the models. European roads feature very narrow streets. Roundabouts is very common. And also a very mixed urban, suburban, rural traffic condition.
And that's why Pony AI is setting up shop in Luxembourg, nestled between France, Belgium and Germany. It's running a test program, training its systems to understand Europe, one trip at a time.
The key thing is really figuring out how do people drive differently, how do they react differently in different situations.
So the wheels are turning in Europe, but I'm wondering, how long will the journey take? Here in China, the industry has made steady progress, moving from the test phase to daily use. It took time, but things really revved up in late 2022, when officials decided that some robotaxi services no longer required a safety driver.
All those hardware and software and AI design is integrated together to ensure the safety. Our record has shown it has almost 10 times safer than a typical human driver.
Pony AI clocked more than 60 million kilometers during test drives, and almost half of its revenue comes from another mobility business, self-driving trucks. These vehicles travel along highways and major logistics routes. Chinese firms were able to develop this technology partly because regulators provided clear guidelines. And maybe that's the key lesson, as those firms head to Europe.
Back in Luxembourg, it's time to hit the road. The safety driver holds the steering wheel, but only steers in an emergency. Regulators could allow the cars to operate without backup drivers if they pass a series of tests. That may take several years, but the company says artificial intelligence is revving up the learning process.
We use a lot of the generative AI, especially in our simulation environments, to create artificial worlds, to create more test cases.
Let's be honest, you don't suddenly arrive in the future, but sitting right here, it feels like it could be much closer than we think.
Hey Tianyu! Can I catch a ride?